do we have like a holiday on Saturday too?
Yeah, no class Saturday and Sunday, both the days. Because I'll be traveling, so I'll not be able to do the class when I'm driving. So no class next weekend, and there'll be no class during Christmas. So there are 2 times in the whole year when you will not have a class. Okay. All right. So I have already recorded this in the video also, saying that no class next Saturday and Sunday. Now, anybody having any question for them, just for me to avoid that question, I'm writing it here. No class next Saturday and Sunday. Okay, I put that in the text message also. So that takes care of that question for everybody. Okay, stop playing with emojis. Okay, hold it. We want control. I know you guys are in festival mood, but hold it a little bit more. Okay. So let's do a quick roll call and then we'll start. So who all do we have? We have Arav and Advik in the class. Yeah, you had a question. Yeah, go ahead.
So for the online test, would it be on paper or online?
I believe online test will be paper online. Think about the question one more time.
What is an online test?
It'll be kids who are online. They'll be doing it online. They'll be turning on their videos. I just want to make them feel like an examination hall. And the kids who are going to be in the classroom, they'll be doing it on a paper. That's it. Okay, let's not get into the logistics of it, okay? That's not very interesting discussion, because if we discuss about that for next 1 hour, we'll not learn anything else, yeah? Alright. So let's do a quick roll call and then we'll get started. So we have myself, Dikshita, Garima, then that is Anirudh, right? And then...
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. And then we have Gitesh, we have Joel, we have Lohit, Lakshita, Naina, Pranav, Praneet, and then we have Ashrit, right? And then we have Shaharsh. Who is Shaharsh? Am I missing somebody?
No, it's me. So my name is Sai Sahar.
Oh, Sai, it's Sai. Yep, my bad. Okay, yeah. So Sai, and then we have then wait, don't give me that clue. Then we have
Hard enough to learn on the test.
can you hold it? Then we have Sri. Yep, now I remember. So we have Sri, Sanvi, Vasundhara, Vivan, and Vishal. And then we have Vivan and Thanu. Alright. And in the classroom we have Advik, Arav, and Shreyan.
We could have borrowed a pen, so I don't have any more left.
You don't get pen from me, you get only marker.
Okay, it's fine.
Alright. So, no more questions on next weekend. I put in the text. No class next Saturday and Sunday. We'll have a test after you guys are back from Thanksgiving or after I'm back from Thanksgiving. And again, that test will be more of a reflection of how effective I have been as a teacher, okay? So nobody gets a report card. It's only the teacher who gets assessed when you guys solve the problems to know what are the things that we need to learn better. Yeah, Arav.
Well, I'll do it in my hand, but do we also get our scores or not?
No, you'll not get a score.
Okay.
Yes, I.
So are we good? So is there a test for the new kids too?
Everybody. So see, look at it this way, okay? So again, as I said, the test paper or report card is not going to go to you guys or to your parents. It's only going to come to me, and that will give me an opportunity to introspect and figure out what are the topics where I have taught you guys, but you guys are still fumbling. Or for the kids who are new, they all don't know about those topics, right? There could be certain things that you already know very well. So that will reflect in the way you solve it, right? So then I would know that, okay, I don't have to put my energy for those areas, correct? So be it new kid or existing kids, the message to the teacher is the same. It's one-liner message says where I have to focus for you guys to get better with those concepts. Yeah? Make sense?
Yes.
So, as I promised always, I am not going to be a scary teacher. I will not keep on sending report card to your parents to scare them and say, hey, I'm doing my best, kids are not. No, that's not the intent. My intent is to make you guys learn math and have fun with it. As long as you enjoy it, my job is done. Yep. Alright, so what are we going to learn today?
Can we learn like?
No, that answered. I said, what are we going to learn today? Yesterday I told what we are going to learn. You don't give a new dimension to it. Otherwise you'll end up learning only one thing, that is nonsensical ChatGPT. ChatGPT is nonsense but nothing else. Yep. Yadishita.
Parabola.
Parabola. So,
Oh, I like that.
yeah. Basic properties of parabola, okay? So, it should not look like something as an alien to us when we come across this in the higher grades. And trust me, I'm not going to get you guys stressed out by talking about parabola, which is not needed at this grade. I want to build that understanding among you all so that when you come across this, it looks like something very familiar to you guys. Okay? Now, can I have everybody's attention? Don't play with things. Right? Pay attention in the class. Now, parabola, or the most Indian way of saying it, parabola. That's how I had learned it in my childhood days.
What's the difference?
It's the same thing, pronounced differently. That's the dialect stuff. So, parabola is what you guys call it, and I have been practicing how to pronounce it, parabola, for the last couple of days. Okay, and that's the influence of dialect or the accent. Now, what is a parabola? Yesterday when we talked about it. Now let's look at the things or the shapes that we are aware of. Everybody in the world knows this is a straight line. Yeah? Everybody in the world knows these are parallel lines. This is a triangle. This is an angle. This is a quadrilateral. Yeah? Again, quadrilateral could be a rectangle, square, trapezoid,
I made up for shade.
a rhombus, what not? Yeah? Parallelogram. What is this called?
A curve.
A curve. So parabola is nothing but a type of a curve. So if we extend our understanding of things, this is what we learned in the 3rd or 4th grade, right? I mean, undefined shapes. Then when we were talking about the linear equation in the previous classes, that is when we said, okay, fine, what is a linear equation? We say that any equation which is written in the form of with two variables, let's say something like this, where you have two variables x and y and both have power 1. Both have power 1. And then when you use this to get the value of x and y combinations and you plot that in a coordinate plane, it draws a straight line.
Anything with the power one.
That is, what is that?
Anything with the power one just draws a straight line.
100%.
Okay.
Again, I repeat myself. Any equation which has two variables x and y and both have power 1, it will draw a straight line only. Yes, Garima?
How did you get 7?
No, I did not get, this is equation, okay? So it could be any equation, okay? So my equation could be this, or even I could say that, okay, my equation is x minus 2y equals 8. I have no science to it, okay? This is just an equation. So when you look at any equation, so let me repeat one more time. If I'm talking about any equation, an equation is nothing but an agreement, a contract between the variables. Now here, the deal is this. Value of x and value of y. If I take the value of x and subtract 2 times the value of y, my answer has to be 8. This is the contract between x and y. So if I increase x, the value of y will also increase. If I decrease x, there will be a corresponding change in the value of y. Because they have agreed that, okay, my value and your value together with this relationship, I will get this outcome. So just for some of you who were not in the previous classes, let's do this way. I have a linear equation like this, 2x plus 3y equal to 7, okay? And I just made it up. Here, what it means is, x and y value will arrange themselves in a way that you get this value. Let's look at it. Okay? Let's say this is x value, this is y value. So this row is x value, this row is y value. When my x is 0, how much will be value of y?
3.
2.
Think. I have all the rights to bore you guys with my concept one more time. Trust, read, analyze, and then do it. You guys are jumping to this step for no reason.
Oh, I got it. 7/3.
Yep. Yeah, Garima.
Then y would be 0 too.
7?
No, y would be 0 too.
No. Look at this. Here, when I'm saying when x is 0, what will be the value of y?
2.3333.
You are going into complex direction which is not needed right now. Hold it here. What will you do? When x is 0, what will be the value of y? So what will you do? Here you will substitute 2 times 0 plus 3 times y equals 7. Yeah, that's your equation.
Yeah.
So 2 times 0 is 0. Forget about this guy. That means 3y equals 7. Meaning 3 times of y equals 7. What is the value of y? Y will be equal to 7 divided by 3. And then whatever it comes, you gave me some value which I don't want to spend my time for. Okay, 7 by 3 is my answer. Whether it's 2.33 or 2.34, 2.89, I don't care.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
2 and 1.
Okay. So, Garima, were you able to relate to what I'm saying right now? Yeah. It is like this. 3 bananas come for $7. I don't know. Banana I have stopped eating for last 2 years, but I still give reference of bananas. Don't know why. But it has good calories. It is good for iron also.
And potassium.
Alright. So now 3 bananas come for $7. 1 banana comes for 7 divided by 3. That's how we got. So here, this is the equation, right? Now, see what happens is, here, for every value of x, y arranges itself so that your total value is this. Yeah? Look at this. In this case, you got y equal to 7 by 3 and x is 0. So put the value 2 into 0 plus 3 into y. Y is 7 by 3. This equals how much? This is 0. This and this tic-tac-toe, what do you get? 7. See? Yeah? Same thing, right? So, what I'm going to say is, when you have an equation like this, what it means is, x and y value will arrange itself in a way that you get this outcome. This is a contract. So, this is x is 0, y is 7 by 3. Let's say when y is 0, what happens to x? When y is 0, x will be equal to 2x plus 3 times y. Y is 0, I'm saying, equal to 7. So 2x plus 0 will be equal to 7. So 2x will be equal to 7. So x will be equal to 7 divided by 2.
3.5.
Doesn't matter. Yeah? So now, when y is 0, x is 3.5 or 7 by 2. So from this one, you can keep on changing. You can put x equals to 1 and see what is the value of y. Likewise, you can just go on. And when you use that information on a graph paper, you have, see, this is, let's say 0, 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now, when x is 0, y is 7 by 3. 7 by 3 is little more than 2. I'll just do some approximation. So, when x is 0, y is 7 by 3. It will be somewhere here. This is my 1 point. When y is 0, x is 7 by 2. Which is that point? Y is 0. It will be 0 on x-axis. 7 by 2, 3.5, somewhere here. So these are the 2 points. When I join them, this becomes the line. This is the line for this equation. Okay? Every point on this line will follow this contract. Yeah? Everybody with me? Gitesh, Sri, Sai, Vishal, Vasundhara, everybody? Naina, Garima, Dikshita,
Yes, sir.
Tanu?
Yes.
Okay. Now, same way I was saying that if I have a linear equation that draws a line, thanks Louis. And if I'm not calling out some names, that doesn't mean that I'm not paying attention, okay? I will keep on reminding, keep on picking up names. Yeah? So what we concluded from this was that if I have an equation like this, meaning anything which has two variables into it, x and y, and the maximum power to x and y is 1, that's a linear equation, that plots a straight line for us. Okay? Now, life is not so very easy. We want to complicate it, like you guys do by giving me complex answers. I want to complicate it as well. I don't want to complicate. I want to give an example which might look complicated, but it is not. I will not deal with x. I want x squared. When I say x squared, is it a linear equation anymore? No. Linear equation's first condition is the power to x and y has to be 1.
Maximum.
If it is not 1, don't talk to me. Yeah? If you want to talk to me about linear equations. So, you have x to the power 2. This is not a linear equation. What happens? Same thing. Again, even if it's power 1 or power 2, if I have an equation here, it simply means this is the contract between x and y, where square of x plus 2 times the value of y together will give me 7. That's the deal. Whether it's at power 2, power 4, power 204, this is the deal. This is the equation which says value of x with the condition plus value of y with that condition, total has to give me 7 only. Yeah? Are you guys with me? It's the same contract, okay? Any equation. Yeah. Now, let's look at what happens with this guy. This time, let's put some extra values, okay? This is a contract between x and y. So, for every value of x, there will be a corresponding value of y adhering to this contract. So, when x is 0, what happens?
Y is 7 by 2.
Y is 7 by 2.
Yeah.
When x is 1, what happens?
Then it'll be 7
3.
by 1.
7 over 3.
No, the answer is 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Lohit, you were saying something.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. That was when x is 1, y is
3.
3. Let's put some negative values also. How about minus 1?
It'll be
When x is minus 1.
Give me a minute.
Negative.
Yeah, Vishal.
We do.
3.
3 again.
It's 3.
Minus 1 is called gives you a 1 only.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And now let's put 2 more values, okay? When x equals 2, what happens? Lochita.
Then it equals 3 by
Think and give me the answer. Yes, yeah, Vishal. 2.
3 by 2.
Yeah, that's what 3
When I give x equals 2, that makes it 4. So 7 minus 4 is 3 by 2.
Yeah.
When I give minus 2, what happens? I am purposefully trying to get some positive and negative values so that I have a wider range. Yeah?
Three.
Yeah, Vishal. Yeah, Tanu.
3 by 2.
Tanu, what is your answer?
3 by 2.
3 by
It's the
2.
same thing.
Okay. Now I have 5 points. Everybody here, okay? So Garima, Lohit, Lakshita, Vasundhara, Dikshita, everybody with me, okay? Vivan. Yep, Vivan, I cannot forget you. Alright, now I have the graph paper. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. I'll go on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And so on.
Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4.
And so on.
So whatever I'm doing here, so Sri, Sai, Naina, are you guys with me so far?
Yeah.
Ashit?
Yes.
Ashit with me as well? Okay. Yep. So again, in the simplest form, if you want to relate, this is one number line which is lying horizontally. This is another number line which is lying vertically. This number line I call as x-axis. This number line I call as y-axis. As simple as that.
And then did you go in corporation?
Thank you. Okay, coming back to this one. Yeah, that's the right one. Now, let's try plotting it. First point is 0 and 7 by 2. 0 and 7 by 2, meaning x is 0 and y is 7 by 2. On the y-axis, anywhere you go, the value of x will be 0. So you have to find out the point, which is y equal to 7 by 2. 7 by 2 is 3.5, somewhere here. You got one point here. When x is 1, y is 3. When x is 1, x is 1 here. Y is 3. So we are talking about this point. When x is minus 1, y is 3 again. When x is minus 1, where is x minus 1? Minus 1 here. So we are talking about this point.
I can see the curve.
When x is 2, y is 3 by 2. When x is 2, y is 3 by 2. Somewhere here. Here. When x is minus 2, y is minus 3 by 2 again. So it again comes here. Is this a straight line by any means?
No.
No.
What is the name of this gentleman?
Parabola.
Parabola.
Person thinks so. Yeah. Just give me toilet.
Happy? Okay. Be happier. Okay. So, this is a parabola. This is not a straight line. So, you should relate it with what we were discussing before. If I had only power x to the power 1, that was a candidate for being a straight line. Because it's a linear equation, hands down. I'm not talking to you right now. If I have power 2, that is not a linear equation. It's a quadratic equation. And when you use a quadratic equation, same way,
It becomes a rainbow bridge.
it becomes a shape which is called a parabola. It's a curve.
Can I ask a question?
No, you made a mistake, big mistake. You talked about something which I did not like.
Oh.
You'll not repeat that.
Oh. Can I see like an example in a real life example?
Yeah, that's a real life example.
No, like parabola.
Yeah.
You know London Bridge?
Yeah.
How it goes up?
Yep,
If they had like a little
correct. So there's a question on the screen. Somebody was raising a hand. No? No questions? So this is what we saw. What happens with the linear equation? It plots a straight line. What happens with the quadratic equation? It plots a parabola. So Naina, I know this was a new thing for you, but are you able to relate it now, beta? After a couple of classes, are you finding it comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright. Dikshita, Vasundhara, Vishal, everybody comfortable? Garima? Okay? Not comfortable? It's okay, beta. You have to just tell me. I mean, if there's something that I'm rushing through, you have to just tell me. Okay. Alright. Now, so let me see. This is the building block.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, sure. This is the building block of what we will learn in future. So let's spend 5 minutes more, okay? You all know something called a number line. This is your 0, this is your 1, this is your 2,
Yeah.
this is your 3, this is your 4, this is your 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and this goes on. Okay? And after making a mistake, Mr. Puri, you'll not repeat it. Don't add to it, okay? So, no dancing, no singing. No, I'm not liking it. If I'm saying no, that means a strict no. Okay? Control yourself. So this is one number line. And this is another number line, which is just perpendicular to this guy. So here also I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay? So these are two number lines perpendicular to each other. We caught them. This one we will give a name, x-axis. This one we are giving a name as y-axis. Okay? So this is like our page, which we have broken into
4 quadrants.
4 quadrants or two number lines splitting the whole page. Yeah? Now, how do we draw a line on the page? Line here on the page versus line here on the page versus line here on the page are different, right? So this is where the equations help us. If I talk about x minus y equals 2 as an equation, this is a linear equation because the power to x and y are 1. And we can use that information to plot the line on the board. Okay? So what we did before, and I'm just trying to help you guys recall and review what we have learned, okay? Because no point rushing through things and still not being clear, okay? So all of you who are clear, it's an opportunity to revise, okay? X minus y equals to 2, this is my equation. I'm just trying to figure out what happens on my piece of paper. So what I will do is, x minus y equals to 2 is my contract where x and y have agreed, say okay, value of x minus value of y will give me a 2. Okay, understood. Let's see what happens. X here, y here. When x is 0, what happens? Y will be equal to minus 2. When y is 0, what happens? X will be equal to 2. When y is 0, x will be equal to 2. Yeah? Yeah, Dikshita.
How did you get negative 2 for y?
So see, look at this. X minus y equals 2. I am saying when x equals to 0, minus y equal to 2. So minus y equals 2. I will multiply minus both sides. So minus into minus becomes plus. A minus into this one is plus. So minus into plus is minus. Make sense? Yes, Sri.
No, I'm sorry. So can I go get some water?
Of course.
You should read it. I just know mosquitoes killing me.
Time to take revenge. Kill 5 mosquitoes. Okay. Alright, so here what did we do was we picked up the value of x and y, and just based on this relationship we got some points, and then 0 and minus 2. When x is 0, y is minus 2. X is 0, y is minus 2. It will be here. This is 1 point. When y is 0, x is 2. When y is 0, x is 2. These are my 2 points. I just join them, this makes a line. Okay? So what I would suggest is, if you have not played with coordinate planes in the past, okay? I mean, for all of you, okay? Whoever has not played with this coordinate planes before, you can probably watch the video of the class afterwards, one more time, just to see. And when you are watching it, okay? I am not a spiritual guru, okay? So don't watch my video just for the sake of watching, okay? When I'm saying something, Look at it, understood it? Okay, pause it. And then use your pen and paper and do the same thing that I am doing actually on the board. So that way, when you draw it yourself, you'll be able to kind of make yourself more confident about what we are doing. Okay? Yeah? Okay, Garima? Yeah, Garima and everybody. So you would have noticed, right, when I'm teaching, if I go wrong, I scratch, kind of erase it and do it one more time. It's okay. See, I say, get your hands dirty. See how dirty my hands are now. It gets dirty actually. I'll keep on erasing it, and by the time class is over, my hands are actually dirty. But on a serious note, you have to get your hands dirty. Practice it more, okay? Yep, yeah, Garima.
Can we go get a glass of water?
Why not?
What time is it? Because these bugs are cleaning.
Yep. Yeah, Nana.
Can I go blow my nose?
Why not? Yep. So what we saw was that if I have a linear equation, then draws a line. If I have a quality equation, meaning something the power is more than 1, or let's say power 2, this draws a parabola. Yep.
Wait, even if it's x2 plus y2, it would still be quadratic?
x2, y2. Yeah, power 2 is quadratic.
So if I had like instantly, if I had like x to the power of 5, would that still result into parabola?
What did I say? I said power 2. A quadratic equation draws a parabola. X to power 5 is not a quadratic equation by any means.
And then what about x by 3?
That is also not power 2. 2 and 3 are not same.
Remember, like, but see, isn't 3 like 0.3 like and 2? Or
Think about the question first before you expect an answer. Think about it, okay? I'll come to you. Yes, Vivan.
And so if you make a parabola and if you keep on going, would that eventually connect back to its starting point?
So your parabola is like this, or like this. It goes, it doesn't come back. See, this is a curve, okay? That is the difference between a circle and a curve. Curve comes back home. Circle comes back home. Curves don't. May or may not. Yep, yeah, Dikshita.
How can you say that equation is a parabola?
Simple, power 2. Any quadratic equation. Yep.
Wait, so if an equation shows x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 3, what would that be called?
That we'll see.
Oh, okay.
That we'll see. Obviously there are a lot of things that we will learn.
Okay.
Those are called exponential equations, okay?
Oh, so anything above 2 is exponential?
Even 2 is exponential, but 2 is given a name called quadratic equation. Aaron, then you control. Yeah. And first of all, you cannot hide and just show me your hand. Come here.
What if it's
I'll move that side. Yeah.
what if it's the power of 3?
So that's what I'm saying. Hold your horses. Right now you're just going from 1 to 2.
What is 4 called?
Exponential.
Hold your horses. Your horses are moving without, what is that called? Which you,
saddle?
for controlling them?
A muse.
Whatever it is.
No, it's called a saddle.
That is outside the syllabus. Hold your horses. That's a simple thing. Okay. All right. Yep. Yeah, Vishal.
Like hold it. Like
When you said x squared plus y squared equal 8, you said that will make a parabola, right?
It will.
But doesn't it make it a circle?
It will. So that's what I'm saying. So right now,
Because x squared plus y squared makes a circle.
it does. So that's what I was coming to. So if you're talking about x squared plus y, let's say 3x squared plus y equal to 3. This is where your curve goes this way or this way. And when you come to this, x squared plus y squared equals, let's say, 8. This is where you will start learning about the standard circle equation, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not going there right now. So I was saying that when the power to the x is 2, That's a quadratic equation. When you have power to the y also equals 2, for now let's assume that's a parabola. Okay, let's assume. Okay, if your parabola, see, the interesting fact is your parabola doesn't have end point. Okay, it just says it's going this way. How do you control? How do you build the cat? By putting a square here. But do we want to talk about the circle theorem? Not really, right? Not right now.
Wait, what is square?
We don't want to talk about it now. I don't want to go there. Why?
But is it algebra or geometry?
It's geometry only.
Wow. I think it looks easy.
Done? I gave you a simple question. X plus 2y equals 7. When x is 0, you are giving me wrong answer and you are talking about circle theorem being easy. Stop fooling around, okay? That's not good. Alright, so let's take it seriously, okay? It's not about claiming something being easy or difficult. And we have to go step by step, okay? If we just rush through things, we'll go wrong. It's a choice between quality and quantity. Learn 200 things and be wrong with 198 things doesn't take you anywhere. Learn 10 things and be sorry with that. That has meaning to it. Okay, yeah. Yes, I.
Yeah. So my question was, so parabola basically means a curve, right?
It is a curve, yeah.
I was just asking that.
Yeah. So parabola, when you look at it. Now let's look at, see, our idea is not to go into the depth of parabola because that is what you are supposed to learn in 9th and 10th grade. Okay? RF, do you want me to stop the class right now and give a call to daddy? And please, don't force me to do that, okay? Now, when we talk about parabola, the main thing that you want to take away, what exactly leads to a parabola? Meaning, it has to be a quadratic equation. Meaning something in the form of x to the power 2 plus something with y equals this. Now, what Vishal did purposefully was, he stopped me from making generic statements. He said that if you say x squared plus y squared equal to 18 is also a parabola, you might not be 100% correct. And he's right by saying so. Because this, what will this do? Parabola is like this. If you put a square here also, that brings in another flavor.
Oh, it's a circle.
So that is how it closes the loop of the parabola. So that's why, for now, without going to the complexities of life, let's keep it this way.
Wait, actually?
So if your quadratic equation has x to the power of 2 and y to the power of 1, that will be a parabola. Okay? Make sense? Yep. Yes, Saeed.
Penam, I didn't mean to raise my hand.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, my job is to just make sure that anybody having doubt doesn't remain a doubt. Alright. So this is parabola. Now let's understand some of the properties of this. Let's say I have a quadratic equation that draws a parabola here in the coordinate plane. This point, the lowest point is called vertex.
A what?
A vertex.
Do you do it at the top of the
Or how do you spell it?
Vertex. Now, I said the lowest point of the parabola is called vertex. I might be wrong. Why? Because if your parabola is like this,
It's gonna be the very top. Yeah.
the topmost point would be the vertex.
That was really good.
So, the point, the center point of the parabola, which could be the highest point or the lowest point,
Or the side.
and pretty much which essentially breaks your parabola into two symmetric parts. This point is called the vertex. And again, we are just learning the properties. Don't get baffled by those complex terms, okay? When you will come across parabola in your higher grades, then then it will just help you relate things. That's it. Okay? So remember this. Yes, I.
So for what grade is this thing for?
So from a shape point of view, I think kids learn this in 6th to 7th grade. You will at least know what a parabola looks like. I've heard that from my kids before. But when it comes to dealing with the equations of parabola, solving it, finding vertex, finding out the center point, finding out the x and y intercepts, those things you'll do in 9th grade. Yeah?
Okay, thank you.
So this is more like a trailer of the movie, okay? So you are watching the trailer now, you'll watch the movie later on. Yes, we want. Yeah, we want.
To solve parabolas in like 11th grade.
10th or 11th grade. Yeah. So we are not solving right now. We are just, like you guys would have seen me showing you different shapes and the properties, right? I'm just showing you the properties of this. Did I solve anything? I just said, okay, if you have an equation like 0, then this is a linear equation, this draws a line. If it has an x square into it, then this doesn't draw a straight line. What does it draw? A parabola. What did we do different? We just said, okay, this is x and y value, put that in a table, and we have just drawn it. Did we do anything more? No. What you will do in 11th grade, that will be much more fun-filled. Yes, Sri. No unnecessary discussion, please. Yes, Sri, you have a question?
Yeah. What is the difference between a function and a parabola?
Function and a parabola. So function is a different representation. Okay, when you say function, you are talking about an output. So here, if you look at an equation like this, the way I am writing a parabola equation or quadratic equation is, let's say 3x squared plus y equal to 18. This doesn't look like a function. What will happen is, if you write this in the form of y equals, let's say it will be minus 3x squared plus 18.
That's a function.
So this y, hold it. Hold it. Everybody, when I am talking, only I have to talk, because my mouth and ear don't work simultaneously. Okay? So when you look at this, what happens? How do you derive the value of y? Y depends on what is the value of x. If the value of x keeps on changing, value of y will also change. Right? So value of y depends on the value of x. Or you can say y is a function of x. So you also represent this y as a function of x, where it goes by this formula. So you can represent an equation of x and y in the form of a function, alright, where you say one value is a function of the other value, and this is the relationship. So that is the difference between how you understand a function and the equation of a parabola. Did I answer your question, Uta?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Vivan, you had a question too.
Sir, between like 6th to 8th grade, will you ever have to like solve a parabola, like a question which includes a parabola?
No, maximum you will be asked. There is a linear equation. You are given probably 4 equations. 3 of them are linear equation. 1 is not a linear equation, and you will be asked to figure out which one is not a linear equation. That is where you will say, okay, it's a quadratic equation which will not draw a line. It is a parabola, so I don't need this. You will rule it out. That's it.
Can I open it up?
Huh?
Can I solve?
Out of syllabus, but you can still do it. Alright. Yep, Sai.
So don't they teach parabola in math 1 or 2? I mean like in math 1 or like math 3?
So, yes, they do. So, you have to again, depending on which all, so there are some kids in my class who are going for, it's called CDE test. Pranit, is that CDE test or CBE test? What is that called?
CVE.
CBE, right? So, if you're going for CBE test,
What's the CVE's test for?
Credit card.
figure it out. Google tells you everything. If you're going for that test, you will certainly have questions for parabola as well. Okay? So depending on which test you are interested in, your topics might change. So that's why I'm giving you guys just a very high level view of conceptual view of things, which will help you prepare for those exams, even if that is not in the quote unquote syllabus of that grade. Yeah, Vishal.
When we're doing quadratics, are we gonna do like starting from like the completing the square, or are we gonna do the quadratic formula when starting?
Say it one more time. Say it one more time. I did not follow you, Vita. I could not follow you basically.
Oh, I'm saying when we do quadratics, are we gonna start with using the formula, quadratic formula? Like the negative b plus or minus that one? Or are we gonna use
So when we talk about quadratic equations, shh, guys. When we talk, Advik, when we talk about quadratic equation, there are 3 ways to solve it, okay? So
Yeah.
one way is factoring based on the basic identities we know about. Second way is where you find out the coefficient of x square and the constant. And third one is the quadratic formula that you said, okay? So there are 3 methods. I know some of the kids will start hating me if I keep on blabbering about things which are not needed right now. But yeah, we'll come to all those. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Dikshita.
So if we put the power in the second place,
The y.
yeah, if we put it in the power in the second place, are we going to get a circle or a parabola?
Yes, you will get a circle. So if you get x also a square, y also a square, that's a standard form of a circle actually. Yep.
But what if x isn't squared and only y is squared?
That's it. So out of
Would that be a parabola or a circle? If it's
that's an interesting question. I've not thought about it yet. Let me. So again, any question that comes to you guys' mind, right? That's an opportunity for exploring math, and math is all about exploring it. If so, here the question is this.
Can we prove that?
Wait, don't. Alright, you be a student, beta, okay? That will really help you big time. If you try being a teacher at this age, that will be a problem.
okay.
Be a student first. Be a good student first. A student who follows instructions. That's our best bet for learning things, okay? Don't try being a teacher. If somebody is asking something that is a job the teacher has to do, please don't poke your nose into it. Yeah? Alright. Now, a question that came, that was an interesting one, okay? And I get excited when I hear that. So, first thing is, when you have equation like this, x squared plus y equal to, let's say, 17. We know that, okay, x to the power 2 and y to the power 1, this is a parabola. Second scenario that we saw was x squared and then, let's say, 2x squared and then y squared also equals to 21. This is where Vishal stopped me saying, sir, don't call it a parabola because this is relating to a circle theorem. Yeah. And don't worry about circle theorem right now. But yeah, summary is, if I have a parabola with x squared and you put a y squared also, eventually that curve starts closing the loop and makes a circle. Yes.
Well, why did you add a 2 before the x squared?
It can be there.
But so if there isn't a 2 before, it would still be circle there?
Yeah,
Okay.
can be. So, this is the second situation. Now the third situation is, which is even more interesting, that okay, if I have a x, let's say 3x plus y squared equal to 18, what happens? That's an interesting question. And again, we don't have to worry too much about it. Let's look at it like a child of my age. No, honestly. So, same thing here. Same thing here. I will not do anything fancy. I will just put a table. Put 4 or 5 values and see what happens. X, Y. Now, when x is 0, what happens? It's y square equals to 18. So, it will be square root of 18. When x is 2, what happens? 2, 3 is 6. It's square root of 12. When when x is, let's say, minus 1, what happens? Minus 1, it's minus 3. 18 plus 3, 21. Y plus square root of 21. When x is 1, what happens? 3 is 15, square root of 15. Okay? Let's say when x is minus 2, what happens? It becomes minus 2 is minus 6. It becomes 24. So square root of 24. Okay? Now, see, interestingly, everything is coming as square root.
Yeah.
So, now, this one, let's put some approximate value. This is somewhere close to 16, okay, 4.1 maybe, let's say. This is 12, it will be like 3.5, let's say. This is 21, 4.5. This is 15, so maybe 3.8. This is 24, it will be 4.9 maybe. I'm just putting some approximate value, okay, so that we don't struggle with dealing with the square roots. And then plot it on the graph. It's, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus. Okay. Now, when x is 0, it's square root 18, which is close to 4.1. When x is 0, y is 4.1. So, somewhere here. When x is 2, y is 3.5. When x is 2, y is 3.5. Somewhere here. When x is minus 1, it is 4.5. So, when x is minus 1, it's 4.5. Somewhere here. When x is 1, it's 3.8. When x is 1, it's 3.8.
Wait, why? Oh, okay.
Can you stop?
I didn't
Just stop there.
-2.
Minus 2, 4.9. Negative 2 is 4.9.
know. Oh,
What do you see here?
a line.
It's like
It's not a line.
Oh,
squiggly
snake.
line.
It's a wiggly line.
It's a snake.
Yep. Yeah, Vishal, you're saying something?
I pressed it on accident.
Okay. So net, what you see here is when you keep x squared, it becomes a parabola. If you keep a y squared, you see a different shape coming up. So now whether you want to do a break dance with that or you want to do something else, I'll leave that for you guys. I see some of the kids dancing already. So net, the understanding is if you have a linear equation, straight line. 1 power, straight line. X to the power 2 makes it a parabola. X and y both to the power 2 makes it a circle. X to the power 1 but y to the power 2,
Wiggly line.
wiggly line. So, and again, all that I'm saying here, you can use your own practice sessions, pick up a graph paper, randomly write an equation and use that for drawing it and see what you get to see.
Oh, goody.
Yeah? Alright. So now let's quickly check if whatever I have been blabbering since 1 hour, anything that is not clear to anybody. Praneeth, Sai, Sri, I'll come to you. Praneeth, Dikshita, Ashrit, Anirudh. No? Okay. Garima. Okay. Gitesh.
How do you solve the equation?
For parabola?
No, how do you
like get the answer. Like
How do you? Okay.
split 1 or like.
So I will. Okay. So far you guys have seen me how do I play with the equation and how do I plot that in a graph paper. Correct? Yeah. Now I'm just giving you guys one clue. Okay. If I have two equations, let's say 2x plus y equal to 18 and x minus 3y equals to, let's say, 8. Okay. What you will do is take a graph paper, do the same thing. Make the x and y value table for this equation and x and y value equation for this table for this equation, and draw the lines. See where they meet. Whichever point they meet, find out the x and y coordinate. That is the solution for this. Okay? That is one approach. Second approach is through algebra, which we will learn in the next class.
Next class.
We'll not have in next class. Are you retiring or I'm retiring? Who is retiring?
No, I'm doing next class. We're gonna have a test.
Wait, what is it called again?
So we next.
Huh?
A parabola.
Which one?
Oh yeah, I didn't get that.
I said next we'll learn how to solve the two equations using algebra in the next class. And the question is, are we having a next class? Am I retiring today?
Yes.
No, means
Okay. Yeah, Dikshita. Yeah, Dikshita, you had a question?
How can you solve like parabola in a graph?
So I would say don't try solving it now. While the concept is the same, but we will focus on solving the linear equations, okay, in the next class after the test. But again, solving approach will remain the same, okay. So let's put some energy and focus on learning how to solve linear equation using graph and using the algebra methods. And once we are clear about that, parabola is just an extension of that. You will not find it difficult, okay? But when it comes to Advik, no, that's not right. But when it comes to solving it, you will be getting more opportunity for solving parabola related questions in the higher grades. I would not ask you guys to rush through it, but we will come to that. Yeah, Praneeth.
So, the equation that you have, the 2x plus 4 is equal to 1. So, can that be converted into y equals mx plus b and then be put into a table?
100%. So, these are two different forms of equation, right? That's what we'll talk about. One is called the standard linear equation form. Second one is called y-intercept form. Okay?
Okay.
So, y equal to mx plus c. That is the y-intercept form. You just interpret this equation in a different way. Okay. So we'll come to that. We have not talked about those yet. So if you have question around that, we'll come to that. Yes, Advik.
When are we gonna do tables?
Why do we need to do tables?
When are we gonna?
Every Saturday. Saturdays are the time when we do it.
Wait.
Okay.
So you don't have class next week?
This next weekend, no. Your teacher is taking break.
So in 2 weeks.
So we'll meet on. Let me tell you precisely when we are going to meet. So we are going to meet on December the 7th, and that is when we'll have our first test. And since one of the parents is here, I just want to disclose this secret, that the test is not for the kids. The test is of the teacher, to make sure when I see you guys perform, that will give me enough insight into what concepts you guys have understood and what you have not. And I would put focus on making sure that I explain those concepts in a simpler, easier, more creative way so that it stays with you guys, okay? So there will not be any report card going to parents. It is a report card for the teacher where I have to introspect and see what you have understood versus what you have not. You as in majority of the class. Yes, Vivan.
It's time to leave.
Vishal, yeah, go ahead. Have fun. And we will meet again on Saturday. Till the time, have good time with family. Make sure that you enjoy Thanksgiving break and come back. We'll have more fun. Yeah, Garima, you had a question.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
What is that?
Now,
What is that, beta?
next week.
I have to go play with Viva now.
Pranav, don't disturb. Yeah, Garima is asking a question. Yes, go ahead.
And next week I won't be here.
Okay. So in that case, what we'll do is,
Could I just do the test on the minute?
yeah, sure, why not? We'll do that. Yep. Okay?
Sir,
Yep.
I don't know how to graph the equations in the.
So I had told Daddy that